what does it take if we want to keep all this stuff, if we see a future for all these different species. The nursery is the starting place for all the larger strategic planning for restoration. All these goals that we have of realizing restoration on thousands of acres, well, if we don't have that nursery capacity, if we don't have the seedlings coming out of these nurseries, then at the end of the day, all of that is kind of, it's really irrelevant.
Sites left alone will not recover on their own. They actually require that we do that work. Growing containerized seedlings. It requires a lot more human input, a lot more nursery time, and actually a lot more expense putting it out on the ground. It's clearly the way to go. We get 92 to 97% survivorship on our seedlings. The seed sources itself really needs to be local too. So we source everything here and grow everything pretty much here.
A lot of this stuff is going to be science driven. There's a real need to dig in on the researching and study these angles before we implement them on a much larger scale.
The timing component is really understand the phenology of the plants. When they set flower and start to create their fruits or their seeds, and when they're mature enough to collect them.
I use a stick to hit the pods so that they fall down. Seeds are ready to be collected if they make a rattling sound, so it sounds like a maraca type of thing. They plant the seeds and it takes them like a year for them to fully develop to the right size for them to be able to be used in the field for restoration projects. The little capsules that are surrounding each of the seedlings, they're used to plant the seedling and then they biodegrade.
It requires a very customized kind of approach. Are you getting good germination rates? You've got to keep track of watering the different species at different rates, because we basically have these benches with thousands and thousands of plants, like a giant insect buffet line. We actually do a lot of it by hand.
As far as restoration goes, we put our trust in the hands of folks that have been doing this for decades.
The staff that are doing nursery growing right now, they're older generations.
What we really need is extra capacity, support, and at times so many different things that we can't really provide with our staff.
There's a handing off of that information, that knowledge to younger generations and folks who can kind of carry the torch, pick that torch up and carry it forward. How can we be thinking ahead in terms of how we do the planning around restoration? How can we be doing that in such a way that we're kind of thinking ahead? The approach there really has to be built around science, and that's pretty much key in everything that we do.